The road stretched endlessly as the close friends, Lara and Selwyn, battled fatigue on their long journey into the night. Their car suddenly began to shudder, and its engine let out a groan. Before falling silent, both women looked around, their faces etched with unease. Lara said, "Thankfully, our phones can still provide us with GPS." As she reached for her phone, but she noticed there was no network signal. "I can't remember why I chose this route. I don't even know where we are." Selwyn peered out of the window as rain began to fall. "This is the worst possible time for this to happen. We can't wait here any longer. What should we do?" Lara's eyes spotted a distant light on the road ahead. "There seems to be a light up there. Maybe it's a village. Perhaps we can get some help." They slowly walked toward the light, which eventually led them to the entrance of an old and eerie village. The village houses were shrouded in darkness, and the streets were eerily quiet. Only the sound of the wind's whispers and the patter of raindrops could be heard. Lara said, "Maybe there are people living here, and we can ask for help." As she walked toward one of the houses, she knocked on the door, but there was no response. When she knocked again, they heard a haunting scream from inside the house. Selwyn's eyes widened. "Could we be the only ones here in this village?" Selwyn asked, her voice quivering, as Lara scanned the surroundings. The sound of raindrops and the gusts of wind intensified. "It seems that way, but I have a feeling that something is wrong here." After a deep silence, the door of the house with the only light source suddenly swung open, revealing a mysterious figure from within. It was a woman dressed in black, her face pale. Lara and Selwyn's hearts raced. The woman spoke in a chilling tone. "I invite you inside." She extended her hand. In fear, the two women stepped inside, and as the door closed behind them, they realized they couldn't change anything. They would have to face the village's dark secrets. Inside the dark and mysterious village house, Lara and Selwyn listened intently as the woman in black told them a strange and unsettling tale. She revealed that the village was under an ancient curse, and that the arrival of outsiders on this fateful night was part of a dark ritual. However, these newcomers would be subjected to a terrifying judgment, and the curse would persist. Lara and Selwyn found themselves facing this horrifying truth, but they refused to give in. With determination, they asked how they could help break the curse. The woman explained that their only hope was to visit an old cemetery outside the village. Guided by the woman, Lara and Selwyn ventured out into the rain and made their way to the cemetery. There, they discovered an ancient gravestone that glowed faintly in the darkness. The woman initiated a hidden ritual around the stone as the wind howled and the rain poured down. The grip of the curse began to weaken. The dark clouds that had loomed over the village dissipated, and the first rays of morning light appeared. The woman, with gratitude, turned to Lara and Selwyn. "You are good people," she said, "and you have brought freedom back to this village." Lara and Selwyn left the village and continued their journey, their car now working perfectly. However, the harrowing experience they had lived through left an indelible mark on their lives. Whenever it rained, they would remember the cursed night in the village and reflect on how fortunate they were